Maseches Pesachim Daf Daled. The Gemara is a shaila. If someone rents a bias to his friend on the 14th day of Nisan, who is mechuyev to do bedikas chameitz? Ein kovitz shurim, and the other achronim that ask is tzorichin the imik of the suffix of the Gemara, and Reb Chanan asks that tzorichin on both shitas rishonim and Daf Beis and what the beer of the chiyuv bedikas chameitz is, because according to shitas Rashi, that the bedikas chametz is that you shouldn't be oven by your matzeh, so it certainly should be mutal on the maskir because the maskir is chametz, so he should be mechuyev bedikas chametz. And according to Shitas Tosis, that the chiyuv bedikas chametz is that you shouldn't come and eat the chametz, so therefore it certainly should be a chiyuv on the soicher because the chametz is b'rshusei. So Reb Chanan says that according to Rashi, you could say that the answer is according to the goyin that says that on chametz of a different yid, everyone's oiver on it, and on a kol mitzuvah and levari that it's more in the more babakam daf tzadiches. So therefore, even though it belongs to the maskir, still the seicher is mechuyev levari. But even though everyone's mechuyev levaroi, there's a chiyuv kodem. The bailim has the first chiyuv to mevaret, and according to Tosfos, that the chiyuv is that you shouldn't come to eat the chametz. Reb Chanan explains that the suffix of the Gemara is that over here, since the chiyuv started at the beginning of the day, and it's already chal, a chiyuv on the maskir, so that chiyuv on the maskir is not poka, and the more compares it to mezuzah, and the more says that mezuzah is different because it's chiyuv of the bailim, it's chayvas hador, it's chal, kol rega on the door, so the fact that the maskir was mechuyev before doesn't make a difference. However, by bedikas chametz, already chal the chiyuv mikodim. It's tzorichin. According to this, the lashon of the Gemara, that's chamri didei. The point is because he was already mechuyev before. In the Iker Mahalach of Reb Chanan, that he says according to the goyin, there's a chiyuv on every yid to mevar someone else's chametz. Be'emes is mevul like that in Mishnah Berurah. We learned like that in the goyin. Ein Shmuel Rozovsky that asked that be'emes tzorichin, the goyin is only talking about when someone else's chametz is in your reshus. However, if it's in reshus harabim, then you won't be mechuyev, and tzorichin, the Reb Chanan is comparing it to the Gemara Baba Kama that a kol mitzvah levaroi, even if it's not in your reshus. Ayin in a Teresh Shmuel, there's an aura that even according to Shitas Rashi, that's because of Bayro, Bayimotze, Agaponim Rashi's moide, that there's a chiyuv bedikas chametz that's mutal on the cheftz or the bias. So therefore, even according to Shitas Rashi, that the maskir owns the chametz, it's still a tzad that the seicher should be mechuyev because he owns the house now, and the chametz is b'shusay. Einem Kor Chaim from the Nesivis that learns the be'emes that both mechuyev bedikas chametz, side the seicher and the maskir. The question is who is mechuyev first, either the seicher or the maskir. However, the Chedush Iran is much malan like that. The Chedush Iran and the Sugya says that if the maskir is mechuyev to be boidik and the seicher has to be boidik because the maskir wasn't boidik, his chiyuv bedika is in order that he shouldn't be nichshal on chametz. The same way you have to make a mechitza over chametz in order to be not nichshal in the chametz. And Shulazovsky points out that according to Chedush Iran, if the seicher makes a bedika, he shouldn't make a bracha because it's not the ikar mitzvahs bedikas chametz b'chlal, which is not like the Kor Chaim that ikar the dina they're both mechuyev. Ayin the Chedush Rebbeinu David that asks, what's the pshat in the Gemara? The Gemara is clearing a shayla. Who makes bedikas chametz? Why doesn't the Gemara clear a shayla? Who's over on Bayiro Bayimatzeh? Is the maskir over Bayiro Bayimatzeh? Or is the seichus over Bayiro Bayimatzeh? So Chedush Rebbeinu David says that they're both not over Bayiro Bayimatzeh because since Zelafisha in Shaloi, Zelafisha in Bishus is that they're both not over by your by Motzib. Afal Pikain, there's definitely a chiyuv gomer to do bedikas chametz and to be invired the chametz. And the question is, who's mechuyev to do bedikas chametz? It's moved the word from a David, a tremendous chiddush that even though none of them being oived by Yimotze, they still have a chiyuv mi'ikad dedina to do b'dikas chametz. And Rabbeinu David continues that legabi bittul, they're both not mechuyev because the seicher doesn't own it and the mask is not b'shused, so they don't have to be mevatel. And Rabbeinu David says, Afal pikein haboidik tzorich she'ivim vatel, it's mashma for Rabbeinu David, there's another din bittul mitvzat halacha boidik tzorich she'ivatel. And Rabbeinu David says that this bedikas chametz doesn't need a bittul. And the myriad brings machlokes who has to be mevatel if the mask or the seicher v'ayin sham. Moving further on, the Minchas Chinuch has a tremendous chakira on what the gather of tashbitu of chametz is. Is it a mitzvah as say that you should do a ma'isa kum va'asei of yimash b'tz chametz, or the mitzvah of tashbitu is niskayim, but the fact that you don't have chametz, it's a shev al tas of not having chametz in your shuson. Pesach is niskayim the mitzvah of tashbitu, and he says there's many nafkeminas to this chakira. First of all, if you have to make sure you have chametz right before the zman beer to get rid of the chametz, to mekayim the mitzvah of tashbitu, but the mitzvah of sheval tas not to have chametz, you don't have to have chametz to get rid of. Another nafkamina is if the mitzvah's tashbitus become vasei, it has to be specifically at the time of the mitzvah's tashbitu. And another nafkamina is if you have to have in mind to mekayim the mitzvah of tashbitu, if the mitzvah is sheval tas, it's niskayim, but the fact that you don't have chametz, it's not an asiyah b'chlal, you don't need kavona. Another nafkamina, he says, is what happens if you eat chametz on Pesach to be mevar the chametz. Is that a kiyum of the mitzvah of tashbitu? If the mitzvah is bekum va'asei, it has a loch of a mitzvah haba ba'aveira, you not mekayim a mitzvah, but the mitzvah is b'shev al tasam, not having chametz. So even if it was done through an aveira, l'maisa the mitzvah is kayim the fact that you don't have chametz b'shusa. And another nafkamina, the Minchas Chinuch says, what happens if someone else takes the chametz away from you and he burns your chametz? Is he mechuyev to pay you asar zuvim? If the mitzvah is bekum va'asei, then he's chaytiv mitzvah biyadei. But if the mitzvah is not having chametz, then he's not mechuyev to pay you because the mitzvah is skayim the fact that you don't have chametz. So the Minchas Chinuch is Ma'arich being rayis back and forth from Rishonim, and he says from Rashi over here says the midaraisa bebittul ba'al masagi and hashboso believe is a kiyum of tashbitu, and that Tosfos asks that how could it be that tashbitu mekayim with bittul believe? It's more than more weiter that tashbitu is b'shei shois, and it's more that you can't make bittul after zman isuroi. At the time of Issa, you can't be mevatel chametz. So the Minchas Chinuch says that Tosfos is kasha on Rashi, that how could you mekayim tashbitu by bittul by shei shois zman iser is totally in his chakira, because if the mitzvah tashbitu is niskayim b'shev al tasam, the fact that you don't have chametz, that not having chametz is the kiyum mitzvah. So could it be even before the zman of the iser, the fact that you don't have chametz b'shusa b'shei shois is niskayim the mitzvah memela. And the Minchas Chinuch asks from Rashi weiter. The Rashi says, and according to Abaya, that says there's exterior in psukim. It says shivas yom sa'or lo yimotzi b'bateichem, and the pasuk says ach b'yoyim harishon tashbitu. So to steer in psukim, or yimash b'chametz or sa'or lo yimotzi b'bateichem. And Rashi says, in order to mekayim the mitzvah of tashbitu, you have to have chametz b'shusay to be mashbisit. So Minchas Chinuch says, you see from this Rashi that it must be tashbitu kum v'asei if the mitzvah is not having chametz. So why is it a stira? You could be mashbis chametz before the zman of the iser, and with that you mekayim the mitzvah bizman of the iser. So the Minchas Chinuch says it's a stira in Rashi. Rashi before it's mashma of sheval tas. Over here it's mvur in Rashi. It's kum v'asei. So I in the sefer oil Ramah from Chabur's Dirshu that we answered B'siyat Deshmaya, and Be'emes Shuv Matzasi, it's more like that in the Stipler, and the Chasam Sofer is mashma like that. The Be'emes, there's a third tzad in this Chakira that you could say the Olam, there's a Ma'aseh mitzvah of being mivar chametz, but the ma'isa mitzvah mivar chametz is not the ma'isa itself of doing a bir chametz. The ma'isa mitzvah is of being mafkiya and being mavar the chametz b'shusoi, and the mitzvah is the ikar mitzvah is the teitzah of making that you don't have chametz b'shusoi, and lo'olam could pass that you don't need kavana because the mitzvah is the teitzah, like it's mavur and b'chanan in many places. The mitzvah is teitzah. You don't say mitzvah tzrichas kavana, and you wouldn't say mitzvah ha'abah ba'aveir like a mitzvah and b'choner and b'chbed. If the mitzvah is a teitzah, you don't say mitzvah ha'abah ba'aveir. So therefore, according to this, you could answer the Shitas Rashi that b'yisoidei the mitzvah is not having chametz b'shusoi. So therefore, Rashi holds even before the zman you could be niskayim the mitzvah kishiyagia hazman. Min idach gisa, since the pasuk says clearly tashbitu ormin b'teichem, it's mashma that the mitzvah, which is a mitzvah of kum vasei, of being mashbis and mafkiya chametz b'shusoi, is done on the first day yontif. So that's why it's a stira to the halacha of shivas yom sa'or leyimotzi v'teicha.